Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 5. Knocks it down from distance. Tatum's got 8.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Finney-Smith. Inside. And stolen by Holiday. Pass break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Here's Tatum. Rejected by James.
Sending it right back. LeBron fears no one.
That one drops for him.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. It's a three-point game. Back to Tatum. Here's Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
And here's Doncic outside. Drains the triple. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. So both teams making some changes here. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Here's Doncic. And Porzingis with the block.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now. 1:02 left in the first quarter. Back to Doncic. Into the lane. And Doncic with the jam.
Defense was all over Doncic, so he smartly uses a pick to get free to shoot.
Pass to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Hachimura left side. And that one good.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
Horford can't hit. Lakers trail by 4. Benson right side. Down low. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Pass to Horford. Off the mark there with a three. He gets it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights to the Celtics. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Hachimura with a rebound. The Lakers trail. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers. Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Hachimura outside. The three. Rebound Boston.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Oh, Tatum slams it home.
It's not surprising to see Tatum taking over offensively. I mean, he's capable of doing this on a nightly basis.
Now here's Vanderbilt. Pass to James. Hachimura sets a screen. Clock at 6. Tatum pulls it in.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Out to the right wing. Hachimura with the defensive effort. Lakers trail by 4. Here's LeBron. And he drops in the layup off the glass. James has got 5.
And that's where LeBron loves to operate. Close to the bucket in the high percentage area.
Back to Horford. Comes up empty down low. To the inside. Here's Hachimura. Vincent outside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. So both teams changing it up here. Pass to Craig. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Lakers. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. LeBron fires one down.
You're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
Pritchard, no good. To the middle. Here's Finney-Smith.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. There, LeBron for 3.
Well, LeBron is a guy who can score from anywhere. He's comfortable taking long-range shots.
They double-team Tatum. To the inside. Here's Craig. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Craig's got his first points of the game. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Nice shot by Finney-Smith.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Celtics trail by 6. Down low. Here's Porzingis. Hey, it's Porzingis slamming it home.
A legit 7-footer with that kind of athleticism. I guess Porzingis really is a unicorn.
Back to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. There's 1:47 left to the half. And Craig pulls it down.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Inside. White gets it to go.
Well, Brown is always looking to score, but he's far from a selfish player, and he will move the ball, too.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. This is so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Here's Reeves. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Doncic. Inside. Shot clock at 6. A strong finish by Doncic.
A guard that can truly do it all. Doncic has tremendous power.
Outside White. And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for the Celtics. Number 40.
Back to Brown.
Garnett.
Brown draws the double. Porzingis for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Finney-Smith. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Los Angeles. They're up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Kick out to Brown. Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Porzingis has got 10 points. Doncic on the wing. James, right side. Launches it. It's not going to go for him.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Tatum from long range. Rebounded by LeBron. The Lakers in the lead. Doncic outside. Fades and shoots. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 13 points in the game.
Yeah, from a tough spot on the floor, Luka's shooting ability on display right there.
And he gets it to go.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Then you know what to do. Show us your moves.
On offense, here are the Lakers. The lead is 2.
Jared Vanderbilt.
Pass to James. Doncic on the wing. 6 to shoot. Puts it up. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Down low. Here's White. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
On defense, the Lakers. 2-point game. Back to Tatum. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Vanderbilt, no good. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to... Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
Austin Reeves.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Pass to Brown. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Hey, it's Porzingis slamming it home.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
From deep, Reeves. It's hauled in by White.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Inside. Here's Porzingis. And Reeves pulls it down.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Hachimura outside. Hachimura sets a screen. 6 on the shot clock. James. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they wanted to take.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to James. From the corner. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. James has got 12 points.
Gotta stay up on James, or he will go right up with that shot.
And it's good for 2. And the Celtics lead by 2.
High-value assist there. Finding him inside for the finish.
There's the triple. Finney Smith's shot is off. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Doncic, no good. Left side, Tatum. From the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. .125 left in the third quarter. James can't get it to go. Knocked away. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Vincent outside. Outside, Finney Smith. Doncic outside. Tatum pulls it in. The Celtics with the lead. Outside, Brown. Pass to Tatum. And here's Porzingis. Check by James. And it's the Lakers ball. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday. Celtics on D. To the middle. Hayes. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Well, LeBron knows how to share the load. He's always getting other guys involved out there on the floor.
Pass to Pritchard. And here's Porzingis. Brown with it. Clock at 6. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
An authoritative play by Porzingis, dominating the glass and getting the second chance look.
Kicks it to Doncic for the lead. Porzingis grabs the board. Here's Pritchard. And the 3 off target. Good if it goes. The shot comes out. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. Boston out in front.
The Lakers, 47.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And the Lakers with possession here, trailing by 2. Doncic outside. Doncic throwing his weight around.
And their offense tonight is Luka, Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
Over to the wing. Pass to Pritchard. Now here's Tatum. And it's all from three-point range.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Doncic outside to take the lead. Boston pulls it in.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
Pass to Hachimura. To the inside. And the Lakers get it back. Here's Vanderbilt. Doncic outside. Left side Reeves. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. Doncic! You see the strength.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
Here's Pritchard. From outside, off the mark. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Here's Doncic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. So it's Boston now. Pass to Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Inside. Here's Craig. And he banks in the layup. And the Celtics lead by 2.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Out left to the wing. Here's Pritchard. Boston, no good that time either.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
James, left side. Here's Reeves. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
And it seemed like they lost track of time. The shot clock, in that case, got the better of them.
Horford. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Floats one. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. The Lakers making a switch here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team. How bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Three-pointer, Holiday. Boston, no good that time either. Lakers trail by 3. Left side, Reeves. Down low. Here's Kleba. Releases. The Lakers with another miss. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And here's Brown for 3. The Lakers with a rebound. And here's Connect outside. They get it back. Here's the 3. Connects from downtown. And that ties it up.
Even as a rookie, Connect has the confidence to call his own number. And connects.
Left side, Tatum. Pass to White. Back to Tatum. Over Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith pulls it in. Here's Connect. James outside. Outside Finney-Smith to take the lead. Porzingis grabs the board. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
Oh, assertive play there by Brown, rising to the challenge of the moment.
So it's Los Angeles now, trailing by 2. Has to Connect. Here's Reeves. He's guarded by White. James, right side. To the inside. Shot is good by Reeves.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Tatum. And it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Lakers substitution, number 2, Jared Vanderbilt.
Stolen by Vanderbilt. And they're on the break. On up the court to take the lead. Not going to go that time. Good D by Porzingis. This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
Oh, Jason Tatum!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's James. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
Who else but LeBron could pull that off, keeping his cool and delivering in the clutch.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Making a change here. Here's Doncic to take the lead. Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. With it. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Reeves. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And it's the Celtics ball. White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
They get it back. Back to Reeves. Second shot opportunity. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. There's Tatum with the 3. Ooh, Tatum slings it from deep.
Well, Tatum has such a natural talent for shooting. Pulling up on a dime is no problem for him.
Outside Reeves. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to James. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
Good on both.
Free throw shooting comes into focus in tight games. As usual, he's up to the task.
Tatum from long range. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's James. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Jaylen Brown picks one up. Good on the first. And that narrows the lead down to just 3. He's perfect from the line this time.
Hey, a steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a 1-possession game.
Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Tatum looking it over. Count it. Tatum's got 26.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Now Brown. Just about 2 minutes into the overtime period. What a game. Pass to Tatum. Kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 6. And here's White. Lets it go from deep. A 3-ball from the corner. Derek White.
The unique perspective of a big. Porzingis has great awareness and the ability to easily find the open man.
Now here's Tatum. To the middle. Stolen by Reeves.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Clutch play by Doncic. He's been doing this since he was a kid.
And the Celtics in possession here. Leading by 5.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, But better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And stolen by Holiday. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
Now a timeout called by the Lakers. 11 seconds left to play in overtime. Your thoughts, guys?
They just haven't put it all together tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
And he commits the intentional foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
And he does get the second one. And that stretches their lead to 8. Timeout called, the Lakers. 3 seconds left in the OT period. Guys, what do you think?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
So we see the Celtics get the win here. They escape with the W.
It's up in my soda. Sit on a Balenci Costa. Yeah, okay, it's us. I was trying to strike. I was trying to strike. Like a match late night, yeah, strike like I missed it. Strike like I hit the pin. Strike like I'm not gonna work. Strike.
I'm that same old body with the steez. In the baked outfit, got a shark on the hood of my top and the ape on my tee. Been a minute since I linked with the bro, said link up soon, let's talk over tea. These days it's all about flex and talk, but bro, I'm trying to make this P. I got a text from the bro in Cali telling me sit tight, gonna make me a beat. In a guy for the stylish babe on a stylish date, trying to make me a treat. She tryna talk about rovers, it's over, I'm tryna bag this dream. 2 sets, let me take this call, gotta ski real soon, tryna pattern this G. It's been OT nights, bit far from the den, tryna get big checks and the cash flow ski. A couple boys on the block, man, I've been lapping on locals and socials, man's looking all hot. Tell the youth just stay off the violence and make peace, don't worry about. I'm just keeping it real, man, you know my dough, trust me, big words to my pops. In the yard at the end with the broski, man, you know me, I'm taking. Don't talk like you know my thing when you're around my I send you to the shops. My bro just came uptown with the latest trends and a few odd cops. In a vintage whip, just gliding, stay sliding in a coupe drop top. Hey, baby girl, I got Tino Tetley. Wait, tell me why you never come check me. You tell me that I'm way too spendy. Wait, babes, I'm just too flexy. I got eyes on my chest, that's Fendi. Get to a high class.
We're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. RJ, kind of a lopsided matchup tonight in some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight. The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
And then Carter with the jam.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Here's Wembanyama. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Banchero. Fox with the steal. Here's Castle. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
And this is why turnovers give coaches and fans gray hairs.
Banchero, that's good.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the game. And, you know, De'Aaron Fox, he has become, RJ, I think, almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, he's always had great speed, so defenders would sag off of him. But now that he has that step-back three, so you have to play up, and that's what he wants you to do.
Watch out for Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I caught up with Coach Jamal Mosley. He had a list of concerns coming in tonight, not the least of which was matching up with De'Aaron Fox. He said it's not just the speed, though that obviously is an issue. It's that Fox has also become so good at dictating tempo and getting you to play his style. That's something they can't allow. Kevin?
Thank you, David. 2 on the clock. Vassell, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D is just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here is Fox, following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Wembanyama high post. And Wembanyama throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Here's Banchero. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Spurs leading by 5. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars. Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 5. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Now in the lineup for your Magic, number 35.
So it's the Spurs now. They lead by 7. Vassell outside. Pass to Castle. To the inside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. Castle's got 5 now.
Something Castle continues to work on. It's crucial that he becomes more consistent from deep.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
The Magic trailed by 10. .143 left in the first quarter of the game. Kicks it out to Wagner. And the 3 off target. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
And it's the Spurs ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Wembanyama left side. Orlando grabs the miss. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for San Antonio.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Now, here's Isaac. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And then Johnson with the jam.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Inside, Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
Yeah, you got to push Isaac out of the paint. Once he's got that position, he is going to be all over the rim.
Now here's Paul. Hasn't made one yet. Takes it inside. The rebound by Batadze. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Here's, oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick of time.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge, too.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
Van Carroll looking around. 5 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Van Carroll's got 5 points so far. Pass to Sohan. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. It's stolen by Van Carroll. And the shot is good. He's got 7.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Pass to Paul. Johnson left side. Paul outside. Here's Sohan. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound. Now here's Johnson. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Missed it, even after all those chances. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Carter right side. Here's De Silva. Another miss by Orlando. And so Fox will bring it up for the Spurs. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama deadly inside. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
The Magic trailed by 9. Here's Suggs. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Another miss by Orlando. On the wing, Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
We all know that Fox can score, but there he is reminding you that he can also drop some dimes.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Good instincts to read the path and get in the position to pick it up.
Just an excellent all-around talent. Carter Jr. runs the floor with purpose.
Fox with it. Picked up by Suggs. Back to Fox. Suggs with the steal. Wagner left side. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Caldwell-Pope. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, and knifing into the middle. Caldwell-Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Barnes outside. Here's the sell. Nothing on the board. It's stolen by Carter. Pass to Suggs. Back to Wagner. Lays it up off the glass. And now just a 5-point Spurs lead.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Carter with it. Banchero right side. And stolen by Barnes. Fox deciding where to go with it. Wembanyama outside. Nobody near Barnes. San Antonio again missing. The Magic trailed by 5. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. San Antonio with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Got a piece of it. Pass to Castle. Left side Fox. Chalk up 2 there. Fox has got 7 points in the game.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Orlando trailing here. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake. And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
And finished off by Banchero.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game was played more competitive, and talking trash was welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. That combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Wembanyama, no good. The Magic trailed by 8. Over to the wing. There's the 3. And it's Banchero missing.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Fox, the bounce back. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And here is Suggs. Pass to Wagner. 4 on the clock. And he drops it in from the low post.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Now Johnson. No good there. Nice defense from Wagner. Banchero outside. Back to Carter. Over in the corner, Caldwell poke. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox. Pass to Banchero. Shot clock at 6. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Wagner.
Well, Johnson is just as fast as he is strong, so as a defender, he can really pressure you.
On the wing, Barnes. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Barnes has got 5.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Number 18, Bismack Biyombo.
Orlando with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Here's Suggs. The Magic again can't hit. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another. Now, that jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle. So it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
Banchero, that's good.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Ball outside. Fires the 3. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Castle. Kicks it out to Johnson. Bangs home the trifecta. 7 points in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games. And they've made that adjustment since the break.
And when you call a play for Carter Jr., you really want to get him something in rhythm. Great execution there.
Banchero outside. The layup off target. Spurs leading by 15. To the middle. Suggs with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. For the finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. both teams making some changes here. And it's Fox with the ball for the Spurs. 17 points was their biggest margin. Paul surveying the floor. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Stolen. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Here's Black. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
When Fox drives, he knows he's going to get contact, but he stays locked in and gets the foul call.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Pass to Black. Suggs with the ball. Now guarded by Fox.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Magic have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
So he gets them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Now, here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Even though Fox is just 6'3", he's got some hop, showing them off a little bit on that play.
Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
We look at the pace of this league, and Fox, look, he is built for it.
The Magic trail by 11. Down low. Here's Black. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. A putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Sneaky, sneaky. Paul not accounted for in the offensive glass, and he makes them pay for not paying attention to him.
And that one's good. Suggs. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the third. Back from outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Spurs leading by 8. And he drives in. Kicks it out to Johnson. Spurs working the ball around now. Another miss by Fox. That's Orlando's ball. Pass to Bitadze. All sorts of time. Johnson with the rebound.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Johnson the screen. Here's Fox. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Nice use of the pick there. Fox lost the defender and capitalized.
Now Anthony to the paint and taken away by Johnson. To the inside. Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
What a savvy pass by Fox. This is a guy who really sees all angles on the floor.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Black. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Banchero. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
Finishing with force. Whoa!
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, look out. Here comes Keldon Johnson going up high and getting creative with the finish.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Back to Johnson. Launches a 3. Kicks it out to Paul. A pass to Fox. Paul outside. Trying to find Fox. Gets it to him. And he gets the bucket.
Few create shots as easily as Paul does for his teammates. He is just a great setup guy.
Banchero, that's good.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Inside. Oh, there's the strength training from Benyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
You're on the big screen. Let's beat there.
Check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Jamal Mosley was going over with his team. Coach not happy with the team. He told him, come on, we have to value the basketball. We're just giving it away. We'll see if they listen. Guys?
Thank you, David. And the basket by Vassell.
Much more comfortable from deep. Vassell finding that stroke.
And stolen by Vassell. Fox with it. Picked up by Suggs. And the dunk by Barnes.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Snatched up. Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MOB, physical, get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Oh, strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
Suggs, no good on the free throw. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And here we go. Carter heading to the hoop.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Back to Fox. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Magic. Pass to Banchero. Orlando moving the ball around. To the middle. Here's Wagner. That's in there. Carter with the assist. 6 points for Franz Wagner.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
Over in the corner, Barnes. Right side, Fox. Back to Barnes. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Magic trailed by 9. Down low. And that one is good from Suggs.
Bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
On the wing, Barnes. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Wagner wide open. Off target from outside. Here's Castle. Off with the layup.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with the solid find there that leads to a bucket.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. So it's Orlando now.
Can't waste any time here.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
Banchero. No good from outside. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And a deep three from Fox. No good. And so it's the Spurs with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. And so for Richard Jefferson.